First and foremost, I would like to welcome you all out to CAP 1908, Community Access Project 1908, Innovation and Co-working. And so all of you in this room have made a huge impact on the project or in my life at some point, or our team at some point over the course of these past few years, trying to conceptualize this and then make it happen. First and foremost, being a man of faith, I want to open it up to my pastor, which is Paul Wesley Davis, who is pastor of All Nations Tabernacle Church of God in Christ, right here up the street here on 19th. Ward 2, absolutely. So he's going to join us in prayer, and then we'll get into our program. May we all stand?
Ward 2.
District 48.
Father God in heaven, we thank you for this time, and thank you for your goodness and your mercy. And we thank you, God, for this young man who has spearheaded this great event. We thank you for ordering his steps and directing him. Now I pray even for this corner as we dedicate it back to you. We call it blessed and prosperous in Jesus' name. Look on all these that come inside this building. You lead them and guide them. And God, let your will be done. We thank you for all those who have benefited and will benefit, and those that will participate in the activities that this young man shall direct. And we believe it right now in Jesus' name. Somebody just shout, thank God. Thank God. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Pastor. I can always rely on you to give a word, so thank you. So community, right? It's in the name, Community Access Project. And so again, you know, as a team, the Springfield Project and the Springfield Black Chamber of Commerce were able to make this happen along with a dynamic group of individuals who contributed directly to this project, who were very, very valued members of the team. Michelle, can you stand up? Michelle Dix. So her title is urban planner, but she wears so many other hats, from interior designer, counselor, encourager, you know, evangelist at times when I got discouraged. You know, she plays so many roles. Again, her company played a tremendous role in ensuring that we were able to open our doors here in the next couple weeks. Urban Focus is her company. Again, she's based out of St. Louis, and she was fortunate enough to believe in the vision that we want to carry out in our community and travel here consistently, almost on a weekly basis. And she kind of pokes fun and says that she's looking for housing down here in Ward 2 and District 48. So Michelle, again, without you, we couldn't accomplish this. Where's Kevin? Kevin Riggs. All right, so Kevin, most of you may know that Kevin's been around for decades in the Springfield area, having been in the political realm for 30 years or so. So he has been our governmental affairs consultant for this project. He has worked countlessly with area local officials as well as statewide officials, and just communicating the importance of reviving this area of town. We know that the East Side has been overlooked by the greater community for some time, thanks to local leadership who are sitting in this room. And again, let me recognize Senator Turner, State Senator Turner. Our mayor, Ward 2 Alderman, Sean Gregory. Ward 3 Alderman Roy Williams. All right. And then also, oftentimes, those items that are not talked about are really, the importance of why we needed to come together and redevelop this neighborhood. And so the chief of police, Chief Scarlett, and countless others. And if I can tell a story really quick. So the late 80s, a mother of five, to seek better opportunities, moved us here from East St. Louis on faith in the late 80s. When she got here, having 5 children, 1 physically disabled, she started a journey that included opportunities to advance herself in the workforce. After the challenges in the workforce, she knew the only way to ensure that our family was going to be successful was to start our own business. And so that business afforded me the opportunity to be a part of countless activities as a youth. I was able to graduate from Ursuline Academy, St. Patrick's grade school, go on to college, based on that dream, that motivation for better opportunities right here in the capital city. And so she never gave up, even after my brother, who's physically disabled, passed away. She never gave up. She nurtured the seed that you see today. That's a small tree looking to bloom. She did not give up. Every journey. And so you ask, well, why is Dominic so committed to this project? Why is Dominic going to keep pushing? My mother, Margaret Watson, can you stand, Mom? Sorry. I want to dedicate this opening to you, Marie, the kids, and my entire family. Without you all, I wouldn't be here. I would not be here. So thank you, Mama. Thank you. There are so many other individuals in the room I would like to recognize. We have Molina Healthcare's regional director or coordinator, who, and again, I can't speak enough about Molina, what they have brought to the table when it seemed like every door was being shut over the past few years. They stepped up in a major way by contributing not just monetarily, but from a resource standpoint as well. And we could not be opening our doors without the support of Molina Healthcare of Illinois. So thank you, Tim. Erica Perkins White with the Small Business Development Center of Illinois, newly hired as director of the entire state, and she's Springfield grown. Ward 2, correct? A little bit of Ward 2, absolutely. Ward 2 grown, right? St. Pat's, fellow alum. And so again, first of all, let's give her a round of applause. Can I say that she's the first Afro-Latina in the state to oversee SBDC of Illinois? That's huge. So thank you, along with Kevin. Thank you for your constant partnership. We look forward to continuing to work with you here in the near future. Chancellor Gooch, thank you, University of Illinois Springfield and Innovate Springfield. And then also to Bruce in the back. Wave, Bruce. Bruce Summers. He has been a staunch advocate for ensuring that entrepreneurship is represented here in the capital city, being one of the founders of Innovate Springfield all those years ago. And I would have to say and give him a shout out. He's one of the reasons why CAP 1908 has progressed this far. He kind of planted the seed. I don't know if you knew this. You and John Strenchford with the Community Foundation and Katie Davison planted the seed all those years ago about the need to really offer resources to minority businesses here in Springfield. They knew that there was a gap and that there was opportunity to serve at a higher level minority entrepreneurs in this area. And so, again, they stepped up through reaching out to my predecessor, who I'll get to here in a second, and really started the conversation that morphed into what we see now, CAP 1908. The first phase. I want to just note that. We're in the first phase of many phases in trying to get this entire area redeveloped with the partnership of you all in the building. Also, I would like to give a shout out to the library as well. Stand up, please. Summer, right. So many of you probably have seen over the course of the past almost 3 months when no one was actually frequenting this location or even knew that what we were really trying to accomplish. The library was here every Wednesday from 9 to 12. Started when kids got out for the summer, and they're still going to this day, hosting satellite hours, providing library resources to our community. And that is significant because the last time we've had a library presence in our community was on Taylor Street, Taylor and South Grand. I want to say in high school it closed, and I've been out for quite a while. Isn't that right, Sean? It's been okay. Absolutely. I will not. Bank of Springfield is represented. Bank of Springfield, Mike Pence, Julie Stapleton, Thomas Rodden. Got it this time. Did I get it? Okay. You all listened when no one was listening. You all provided a opportunity for me to engage in conversations that elevated this project. So I want to say thank you. Again, I said Community Foundation for the Land of Lincoln. Stacy, thank you for standing in and ensuring that I always was reminded that there was so much opportunity at Community Foundation for the Land of Lincoln, and there was a home for this project there. I am overlooking so many. First and foremost, actually, look around the furniture. Diane with, what's that? Beach. I was going to say it. I was just dragging it out. I was trying to be kind of dramatic. She graciously, along with Wiley Furniture, donated all of the furniture here, with more to come. So we thank you so much for that partnership. And first and foremost, along this journey, there have been individuals who have grown in their positions, but who have never wavered their support for our organization. Allie Grady, you're one of those individuals, DCEO. Are you still acting director of? Acting deputy director. So thank you for the partnership. So when we talk about redevelopment. We don't want to displace current business owners right here in the community. As a matter of fact, we want to elevate them. We want to elevate them, accelerate them, advance them. And so through our partnership with SSGA, we've been able to really focus on economic development. And so if you operate a business in Southtown, I see a couple faces, or if you even are associated with a business operating in Southtown, can you please stand so we can recognize you? Or raise your hand. I see Jermaine Ward back here. So look down at the flooring, the paint, the trims. He did most of this work with his own hands. Most of this work. Man. Along with Solid Ground Solutions, who's not represented today right now, but they're thriving in their location over at 11th Street here, the shopping center. William Bishop III, who's the fourth, I will get in trouble. The fourth, and I heard there's a fifth too. But they have been a strong partner in conceptualizing this as well and carrying it across the finish line. There's pastors represented with Pastor Johnson, who is doing great work with Nehemiah Project, and he's actually working on some major things that we should see coming to fruition in the next year, housing related. Spring next year. We have Mike Williams with One in a Million, who opened their innovation center as well over off of Livingston and 20. Can you give the address so everyone knows? Across the street from Channel 20. Absolutely. And then Court, we won't ask you to stand, but Court, he's the dynamic owner and operator of a 90-plus year family business right next door, Madison Furniture Store. 90-plus years in this community. Court Durkin. Wow. And you know those calls when you don't agree with something that's posted in the paper or some negative stigma around the east side or Southtown, those calls that I got, you don't know what they did to me. They pumped life into me. They motivated me even more to keep going. My brothers, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, Springfield Alumni Chapter, yo. Brother Polmark, Brother Exchequer, Past Polmark, thank you. We have AARP represented with Teresa Jones. And I know I'm giving everyone a shout out. I mean, that's just what it is. You guys are okay with me doing this, right? I don't want to miss anyone. We have AARP, Teresa Jones represented. I'm overlooking some individuals. We have the head of DSI represent. Thank you, Kayla, for your partnership. We also have, I will recognize you because you and my predecessor, Sue Massey, they have, when you talk about history and a passion for history, a passion for East Side history, the three of you have played a major role in conceptualizing some of the opportunity that we have right here on the East Side. So thank you. And again, lastly, my predecessor, when I didn't even see the vision, where only my mom knew what opportunity I had to contribute to this community. Mr. Tim Ross, he saw it. Man, we clash on generational things, and I say generational things because I would say we agree on 98% of the things, except he's a Bama fan and I'm not. But we agree on almost everything, but again, when I tried to give up on some of the things that I wanted to accomplish, he continued to push me. He continued to push me. He believed in me. He mentored me. He prayed for me, even in the midst of his tough times. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a mentor, for being a friend, and a father figure over the past few years. Thank you for that. Mike Murphy, Greater Springfield Chamber of Commerce, thank you, thank you. I don't know if you all know, but we still have an office downtown. We do. Guess where it's at? Greater Springfield Chamber of Commerce. So thank you for that partnership. Again, we couldn't be here without the support of your organization as well. So we have individuals who want to address the crowd, actually, and I feel like I took up all the time. But we'll first call on our great senator of the 48th district, Senator Turner. Thank you.
So I'll be very brief because Dominic just did it all. I think we can just cut the ribbon and go home. But I do want to say that there are several projects that I took with me from the Springfield City Council when I went to the Capitol, and this is one of those projects. And I will tell you that it has been historic to see what was here, and we all know what happened here, to turn it into something that is just absolutely wonderful and fantastic for our community that will build lives and actually create generational change in our community. And when you look around this room, all of the people that Dominic mentioned, that he named, this is what happens when community, business, and government all come together and create a family that's interested in rebuilding our community. And when I say our community, I mean that very sincerely, because what happens in Southtown affects every place else in the city of Springfield. What happens in Ward 2, Ward 3, Ward 10 affects everything else in the city of Springfield. So I just want everybody to keep this same energy that Dominic has built here today, so that we can continue to create opportunities for generational transformation throughout our communities. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator, for your continued commitment to not just the East Side, but every part of this district, and the city, and the state. Thank you. We have a few more people that I forgot to mention. Ling Lu with Memorial Health out of the EDI department. So thank you for the partnership. You and Becky have been great. Ed and the rest of the team have been great supporters. We also have, who did I miss? Oh, absolutely, Ken Page, so this is not the only project on the East Side that has support and needs more support. Let me note, this is not the only project on the East Side that needs support or has support. Ken Page, would you please stand? So the Prince Hall Masons post, did I get that right? Oh, okay. Yeah. First, I was gonna get there, but I went to the lodge number.
Central Lodge number 3.
Prince Hall Masons, Central. Absolutely. For their work on the historic Black Firehouse. I mean, when you see how far that project has come over the past probably 10 years or more of working on that, I mean, that's needs to be celebrated. So thank you for bringing that project. And we're talking about one of 3 historic properties that are highlighted in Springfield. Because there's more, but again, 3 projects with the John Taylor Home or Ambidexter Institute, which is a few blocks just north of here. Again, we have the historic Black Fire Station, and then we have the Lincoln Color Home. So 3 projects that warrant and need continued support. And we're not done talking about it, and we're not done working towards that. So with that being said, I feel like those words were perfect timing for this next person who I'm going to actually call up, our mayor, Jim Langfelder.
Thank you, Dominic, and your great work, and thank you to everybody that's here, because it's very important. As Dominic pointed out, it's a journey. It's a journey in life, and you have to have a strong foundation. He pointed out with his mother, Margaret, how she laid that foundation, as challenging as it was. And I'm glad you took the time to recognize each person that you came in contact with, because when we do travel through life, it's all about the steps. Each step we take, it gets us higher in life. And we should never settle for where we're at. We always should strive for more. And that's what really CAP 1908, especially this location, means to me. It's just not what's going to happen within these walls, but beyond these walls. And in life, unfortunately, sometimes you have to have an awakening. As Senator Turner alluded to, and our awakening was a tragic drive-by shooting here. And we had a news conference, I think it was about a year ago or so, just across the way. And then it happened right here. But, Dominic realized the steps that need to be taken to get us to this point, and a lot of people in this room. And we all came together and realized the importance this has in our community, because it will transform lives generationally, as Senator Turner had said. And that's where we can't be complacent on where we're at, but where we're going. So that's why it's important to commemorate the historic sites that we have on the east side, because they haven't been lifted up like throughout our city, like Abraham Lincoln sites and things of that nature, but that's where we're heading to. Or the housing development that has to happen. When we talk about redevelopment, there's hundreds of houses and vacant lots that need to be redeveloped. And now we have this rare opportunity, or this short window, that we can really make it happen. But we have to lift the window together so more people can come through that window. And there's plenty of financial resources, whether it's at the federal level, state level, or local level. But what holds us back sometimes is our divisiveness. And so when you hear the polarization, whether it's on the federal side or state side or local side, what we always try to do on the city level is go back to our servant leader, Abraham Lincoln. It's all about government of the people, by the people, for the people, how we all can work together to lift each other up. And that's what CAP 1908 really means to me right here, because it is a very challenging point, or one of our darkest points in time, but a year or so later, now we've lifted up to this bright future. But it's only one step of many that we'll take together as we move forward. So thank you, Alderman Gregory. He always pushes the envelope. Sometimes it's a little irritating, but it's helpful. Yep, same with Alderman Williams. He followed in former Alderwoman Doris Turner's footsteps, and we really appreciate Senator Turner not forgetting where she came from. Same with Senator Durbin at the federal level. You cannot forget where you came from and those important steps, as Dominic alluded to. And for myself, with one last statement with TSP Hope, it goes way back in my banking career, and Tim Rawls was a banker back then, and he took on the task of TSP Hope, and I'll give a shout out to Linda Culver. The Springfield project actually came from a concept in Atlanta, and that's where they formed the group, and Linda Culver was the impetus of that, and she was a mentor of myself and Mike Pence. I'm sure Bank of Springfield, just a great lady, and that's where all the pieces fit together like a puzzle, and we're getting it completed. So Springfield and the many lives that we impact doing it together will reach greater and newer heights. So thank you all for being part of it today, but most importantly, thank you for being part of it in the future.
So let's talk job creation. And there's a reason why I'm leading with this when introducing this next speaker. Job creation. So one of the most important things that we can do as a community is create jobs. We're not just talking about jobs that pay people, but jobs that allow people to live, allow people to have a higher than living wage. I know we talk about living wage, and we set a low bar for living wage at $12 an hour. That's conversations that we have. What is a living wage? $12 an hour. How many of you in this room, raise your hand, don't be shy, can live off of $12 an hour? Well, there's a young man that probably could right there, Mr. Glenwood Tiger. He probably could, right, as a young man, right? But that is not a living wage. It's time we raise the bar. It's time we raise the bar. It's time that we lead by example. TSP, the Black Chamber, are leading by example. So I want to recognize someone who will be onboarded here in the next couple weeks, who will be serving in a innovation coordinator capacity, Betsy Haptis. Her position is one of 8 positions long-term that we are filling over the next year here at CAP 1908. Again, I want to say that again. One of 8 positions above living wage, not $12 an hour, just to note, right? We are leading by example. No longer can we continue to not challenge the status quo and speak up for injustice or inequality, or inequities, should I say. This project, over the course of the past 6 months, has employed close to 10 individuals just working on various projects on site. Again, not $12 an hour, not $12 an hour. So we're going to continue to employ our community. We're going to continue to challenge the status quo and raise the bar. I see Ms. Mary Clay, who just walked in. "30 years operating business on the east side of town, right across the street here. 30 years. And when you talk about a pillar of our community, Ms. Mary Clay has been just that. So you guys have to do a better job of giving her, Court, and all the businesses, even Bourbon Street, right across the street here, a round of applause, because they are not going anywhere. We're still going to fight. So with that being said, Alderman Gregory, if you come.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it, Dominic. So I'll be brief in my statements, but I want to travel down a road because I'm proud of my brother. I'm proud of Dominic because he worked hard at this. And we had some hard conversations, some late night conversations, some early morning conversations. And I'm sure I got him in trouble a few times with his wife. But he always listened. And you know, some of the things we discussed, you know, it shouldn't be this hard to get things done, because it was hard. I was up there sweating bullets to get not only this project approved, but the ambidextrous house as well. These projects are special because for me, they're the first ones that we got approved. It was sort of getting the ball rolling a little bit, and I told Dominic, you're going to be the first one that we'll be able to approve something for, and then it'll be a lot easier for those to come after. Sort of like my journey here as alderman. You know, it's going to make the road easier for someone else. We began walking. I began talking to Till a long time, you know, a little bit while I was alderman about some of the things he's done and tried to complete. And, you know, I might not get it done how you exactly had it designed, but I promise you we're going to get it done, and we appreciate your work in the past, my friend. We appreciate you. So me and Dominic, we came when I first got elected. We walked this area and we wanted to go see the businesses, and you know we went over to Madison Furniture to Mr. Court, and you know he's been a solid mentor, not only to Dominic but to myself. I used to come in. He'd take us back through the history of this place. The theater down there used to hold 1,200 people. 1,200 people. course, I wasn't born, but it was fascinating to hear that. The guy who owns the glass shop, they let us in, they let us look around and things, because Dominic he not only has a plan that's executed for this place, but he's got a whole nother thing. So I'm excited to work with him on that. I appreciate all the work with my old seatmate, Senator Turner, and my new seatmate, Roy Williams. And you know, both of them are great mentors to me. They listen to me when I'm fussing. And, you know, I thank the mayor because, you know, he listens, and I got a lot to ask. We got a lot of plans up these skinny little sleeves. And, you know, this thing that we're doing, we call it a relentless pursuit for change. And it has to be relentless. So not only this project, but we're working with Bruce and trying to help him, Miss Clay, and her building, and this whole Southtown area. We want to lift it up because a lot of people drive through this area. And, you know, when I drive, I don't like the way it looks, and that's probably a fault of mine because everywhere I drive in my community, I'm trying to take pictures and send it in and do jobs for other people. But that's what it takes. It takes everyone together, and this is just the beginning. It's not finished. As I sit here and I look at his beautiful mother, it's special because, you know, many of us as young black men, we don't have that opportunity. You know. I grew up a lot differently, so I cherish this moment for my brother to have his mother sitting watching them do something spectacular. So again, in the words of Dominic, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep moving. The Ambidexter House, as you guys leave the neighborhood, if you drive down 12th Street, you'll see it lifted up. 100-year-old house, still standing strong, just like this community. I've said it before. And we'll see that completed as well. And I just compliment my friend Dominic Watson for all the good work, and I'm always here for you. Thank you.
So we saw President Leslie Scroll just walk in, so thank you, Springfield Park District. Also Leah with Kidsium, thank you. Pretty sure that's everyone that I missed. Becky Gavney with Memorial. So we have 2 more speakers, and then we definitely have to cut a ribbon. So and then let me just say, do not leave after we cut our ribbon because there'll be refreshments. Thank you to our sponsor again. I tell you how Molina steps up and shows out every single time they receive the opportunity to partner with us. So do not leave after the ribbon cut. And I know we're running behind time, but there was just so many individuals who contributed to this project, and I did not want to have my team or myself leave anyone out. So we'll call director. Okay, regional. Okay. Well, yeah.
I am actually just the manager of growth and community engagement for Molina Healthcare, but if everyone in this room could send an email to say how great Tammy is and give me that director role, that would be wonderful. Thank you. Molina Healthcare has been in business for over 40 years, and our main goal, they gave me talking points, but I'm gonna get off of those. Our main goal is community. We were founded by a family who, out of Long Beach, California, that's seen the Medicaid population being treated poorly. And this doctor created health clinics and then a health plan specifically just for the Medicaid population. So that's what I do every day. I make sure I'm breaking down the barriers throughout Illinois for that Medicaid population, be it food, be it resources, be it jobs, just even getting their clothes washed on a daily basis. So when Dominique was telling me about the program and the project, of course, right away, I told him, you got whatever you need from Molina Healthcare on behalf of Tammy Lackland. I am born and raised here on the east side of Springfield. I am actually part of the family who was the first black motorcycle club here in Springfield, and they are still up and running on 19th Street. So any and everything we can do for this community, Molina Healthcare will be here. I am all in. If anyone has any projects they're working on, call me. I am always accessible. If you cannot get me on phone, I am actually located over by Target at Extreme Air Gymnastics Academy. Knock on my door. I can step away. We can have a conversation on what we can do to help our community. So Dominique, anything you need, you know where I'm at. Every week, every weekend, we travel together. Mama Watson, same as you. You know where I'm at and where you can find me. You guys just come and get me, okay?
So she gave a plug, but I wanted to reiterate the plug. Extreme Air Gymnastics. I cannot say enough about how that has contributed and that business has contributed to my life and my daughter's life over the past 2 years. When she wasn't fully understanding how to be great, they ensured that they kept pouring into her. And when she started as a soon-to-be 11-year-old young lady who was timid, scared, but again, she was just a fireball of energy. She is now soon-to-be 13 and full of confidence and energy, and I credit that partly due to the work of Tammy and her team over at Extreme Air. So not only is she a business owner, not only is she a manager, but she's also a small business owner, and can I say minority owned as well. So again, the importance of what we do right here is not just for the glitz and glamour, right? That can I say that we don't always get, but we are doing it because, again, there are lives being impacted. There are youth who see us doing this work, who are going to be right here one day, the next, we shouldn't say the next Dominic, Tammy, Sean, Doris, or Jim. They're just going to be the next themselves, right? They're going to be influenced by what we're doing. Last speaker, I promise you, last speaker. And again, I won't come back up outside of directing you if you want to take pictures. There'll be a few individuals actually holding ribbons, and you will be identified on the way out. But again, Erica, Director Renfro White, is going to be the last speaker, and then we'll head out to start cutting the ribbon.
That was a veiled attempt for me to keep my comments short. I got it. It's okay. Thank you, everyone, for coming. I just want to say that Dominic and I have talked about this since the conversations first started happening, and I was excited then, and I'm even more excited now. As I've traveled across the state and seen these type of spaces, the innovation, the creativity, the support that comes from within walls like this, it's phenomenal. Outside, we often have problems supporting each other and supporting our dreams. Inside here, we're gonna support each other, and we are gonna build each other, and we are gonna grow. And I think the naming of this is important. 1908 took away so many Black businesses, took away generational wealth that we can't get back, but we can grow it again. We can support it again. Reconciliation Way, 11th Street. This has always been a divider in this town. Look at everyone in this room. This shows us coming together. This isn't dividing. This is us coming together, supporting each other. So I want to see this same look as we move forward in this space, as we continue to support our entrepreneurs, our business owners, the resources that will be in this room. The Small Business Development Center will make sure that we have, Kevin Lust will make sure that we have people here supporting, providing that assistance. Daryl Thomas is in this room. He is the program manager for the Illinois Procurement Technical Assistance Center to help those with government contracting. We're gonna have the resources here to make sure that we all can grow, can thrive, and can create those jobs and those opportunities above that $12 an hour. So thank you, everyone. Dominic, I just want you to know I have a sign on my wall in my office that says, "Well done is better than well said." Well done.